Across the vast landscapes of human history, long before cities rose and written language took form, there existed a belief system that sought to explain the unseen forces of the world. This system is known today as shamanism. It is not a single religion nor a fixed doctrine, but rather an ancient spiritual practice that emerged independently across Siberia, Central Asia, the Americas, and parts of Northern Europe. At its core, shamanism represents humanity's earliest attempt to communicate with nature, spirits, and the hidden dimensions of existence. In shamanic traditions, the world is not divided into the physical and the spiritual as separate realities. Instead, everything is alive and interconnected. Rivers, mountains, animals, winds, and even fire are believed to possess spirits. Human beings are simply one part of a much larger cosmic web. Within this worldview, the shaman serves as a bridge between visible reality and the invisible realms. Beyond ordinary perception, the word shaman is most commonly traced back to the Tungusic peoples of Siberia, where it referred to a person who could enter altered states of consciousness to interact with spirits. However, similar figures existed in many cultures under different names. Among indigenous peoples of the Americas, they were often called medicine people or spiritual healers. In parts of Africa and Oceania, similar roles were held by individuals who acted as intermediaries between the physical and spiritual worlds. A shaman is not simply a priest or healer in the conventional sense. Their role is multifaceted. They are healers, guides, storytellers, and protectors of spiritual balance. They are believed to enter trance states, often through rhythmic drumming, chanting, fasting, or the use of sacred plants. In these altered states, the shaman's spirit is thought to travel beyond the physical body into other realms of existence. These journeys are often described as travels to three distinct worlds: the upper world, the middle world, and the lower world. The upper world is associated with celestial beings, wisdom, and higher knowledge. The lower world is not necessarily negative. Instead, it is often seen as a place of animal spirits, ancestral guidance, and primal energy. The middle world is the ordinary physical reality, but even here, everything is alive with spiritual presence. One of the most important aspects of shamanism is healing. Illness is often understood not only as a physical condition, but as a spiritual imbalance. A shaman may perform rituals to retrieve lost soul fragments, remove spiritual intrusions, or restore harmony between an individual and the natural world. These healing practices are deeply symbolic, reflecting the belief that human well-being is inseparable from spiritual, and animals play a central role in shamanic belief systems. They are not merely creatures of the natural world, but spiritual allies and guides. These are often called spirit animals or power animals. Each animal embodies specific qualities. The eagle represents vision and higher perspective. The wolf symbolizes intuition and loyalty. The bear represents strength and healing, and the snake often signifies transformation and rebirth. Shamans are believed to communicate with these animal spirits during their journeys and receive guidance from them. Ritual tools are also essential in shamanic practice. The drum is perhaps the most iconic instrument, often referred to as the horse that carries the shaman into the spirit world. The repetitive rhythm of drumming helps induce trance states, altering brainwave activity and allowing consciousness to shift. Other tools include rattles, masks, feathers, and sacred objects believed to hold spiritual power. Fire is another powerful element in shamanism. It is often seen as a living presence, a doorway between worlds. Rituals performed around fire are believed to carry prayers to the spirit realm. Smoke rising into the sky symbolizes communication with higher forces. In many traditions, offerings are made to fire or nature spirits as a form of respect and balance. Despite its ancient origins, shamanism is not a relic of the past. In many indigenous cultures, it continues to be practiced today, preserving traditions that have been passed down for thousands of years. However, it is important to recognize that shamanism is not a single unified system. It varies greatly from region to region, shaped by local environments, cultures, and histories. In modern times, there has been growing global interest in shamanism, particularly in relation to spirituality, psychology, and holistic healing. Some researchers interpret shamanic trance states as altered states of consciousness that can be studied through neuroscience. Others view shamanism as a symbolic framework for understanding the human psyche. However, for indigenous practitioners, it remains a sacred tradition deeply rooted in ancestral knowledge and lived experience. The relationship between humans and nature is at the heart of shamanic belief. In contrast to modern industrial perspectives that often separate humanity from the environment, shamanism emphasizes unity. It teaches that harming nature is ultimately harming oneself, as all life is interconnected. This worldview carries powerful ecological implications, especially in a time of environmental crisis. Storytelling is another essential component of shamanic tradition. Myths, legends, and oral histories are used to transmit knowledge across generations. These stories are not simply entertainment. They are teachings that encode moral lessons, spiritual insights, and practical survival knowledge. Through storytelling, the shaman preserves the memory of the community and its connection to the spirit world. Dreams also hold special significance. They are often seen as messages from the spirit realm or as journeys of the soul during sleep. Shamans may interpret dreams to diagnose illnesses, predict events, or understand spiritual guidance. In this way, the boundary between waking life and dreaming is fluid and interconnected. Although shamanism is deeply spiritual, it is also profoundly practical. It emerged in environments where survival depended on understanding nature intimately. Tracking animals, predicting weather patterns, and understanding ecological cycles were all part of the shaman's knowledge. Spiritual interpretation and practical wisdom were not separate, but intertwined. Today, shamanism continues to inspire artists, writers, psychologists, and spiritual seekers around the world. It offers a perspective that challenges modern assumptions about reality, consciousness, and the limits of human perception. Whether viewed as a spiritual path, a cultural tradition, or a psychological framework, it remains one of the most enduring and widespread systems of meaning in human history. Ultimately, shamanism invites us to reconsider our relationship with the world around us. It suggests that reality is not silent or empty, but alive with meaning. It reminds us that beneath the surface of everyday life, there may exist deeper layers of connection, waiting to be understood.